everybody, it's Psychic Ben 10 here. So just in response to my last video, God just said, just make a video about homophobia because it stops people from loving themselves. It actually does. A lot of the gay community, they don't love themselves because I channeled them yesterday, like as a whole collective community, and that's what they said. We don't really love ourselves because people think there's no homophobia anymore, but it's actually a silent thing where it is actually still there. My experience and Muhammad's experience shown to the world has actually showed that it is actually quite rife out there. It still exists. It wasn't an illusion where people just sort of said, it's not really evident anymore, but it actually is still very evident. But I don't really care as much. What I do care about is my life path basically being controlled, obviously for my highest good. Like, all this content wouldn't be out there, it wouldn't be coming out all the time if I wasn't being challenged. It would just sort of be not revealed, because there would be no need to reveal it. If it was all swept under the carpet, it would never be revealed to the public. The reason why I'm putting out all this content is because I'm facing challenges that I'm teaching people from. So it's actually been good to be pushed to my limit, to be able to learn and grow as a person and reveal that as a teaching methodology for everybody to learn. You basically have to accept all aspects of yourself to be your full self. So you have to accept all parts of you. And I don't think someone pointing a finger at you saying you have to be really masculine all the time is exciting. Like, that's just not exciting for me. If you embrace all aspects of yourself, you will be who you are completely, and that's what you have to do. Whether it's seen as masculine or feminine, because that's a constant debate that keeps coming up just consistently with other people. Is that masculine? Is it not masculine? Who really cares? Like, for example, a lot of men like the outfits that they wear. Is that a feminine thing or a masculine thing? It could be either. Someone pointing the finger at you saying don't worry about that stuff because it's not masculine. Well, you're not embracing your full self by doing that. That's why I say I'm not masculine, because I don't want to be this person that just is a filtered down person because I have to be like an army marcher sort of thing, and just neglects all those little things that people enjoy because they look feminine. Well, other men do it anyway. So I don't really like this filtration system that I'm constantly in about having to be more masculine. Yes, I've learned through that stuff. Yes, I needed to hear that stuff, but it gets too restrictive, and then then that makes you a faggot, basically. If you try to be too masculine all the time, it smells of faggot. So it actually doesn't work, because that's your homophobia right there. Like, if you can't be gay, if you can't be that feminine aspect of yourself, that is homophobia within yourself. And I'm telling this to all gay people, to just accept all parts of yourself, because then you're going to be true masculine, or true whoever you're meant to be, whatever it is. And that's what my higher self, Ben, that's why I call him a little bit silly, because he doesn't understand. Well, he does understand all this stuff, but he's just so far ahead of the picture that he is just masculine, and that's it. And little Ben is trying to learn, and that's why I have to do these videos, even though he wouldn't prefer it. He just wants me to be at my peak all the time, and I guess that's the benchmark that he has for me. So that's it allows me to sort of grow spiritually. I hate using these words because it sounds very yeah. And Christina says don't be a wanker. Like, she's one of the ringleaders in all the name calling, and that's why that's why she's not here anymore talking to me clairaudiently a lot of the time, because she gets scolded quite a lot. I don't respect her for any of that stuff. Yeah, a lot of women in public say, well, you put women down and we don't appreciate it. Well, you make your own bed, some of you. I don't like people that do that to other people. And I got told today by people that actually know me quite well, we like that sort of name calling. You way too serious. Well, not really. Like, okay, fair enough. Some people like it. Um, I just yeah, that's why you're a wankaboo. I'm hearing. I don't know. I look at people that do that, and I look at them, and I think, well, they don't look that happy to me. Um, but that's just my perspective. I don't really know. But um, I don't really care. I just go after my own happiness. That's what I've always sort of done. That's what I sort of always have wanted. And to tell you the truth, I'm not that masculine. Like, I don't really want to be this image of this hunter that's just this really simple person that always forklifts and then has nothing to do in their spare time because it's always just so masculine that it's just so like simple living. Go to work, make money, come home, microwave your food, um, you know, do everything really quickly because you shouldn't overthink that much if you're masculine. And then you're left with all this free time and there's no joy in it or fun in it because spirit are about main freight just so much. They're about the simple, easy way so much, and then you've got all this spare time. But what would I rather? That's what I would rather this existence and not have this existence. That's what I also tell myself. If they just left, my life would just go downhill because I'd miss them. Um, and I've actually grown a lot more on this pathway. Every pathway that you inhibit or embody has challenges because you need that challenge to be able to even exist here. Otherwise, there'd be no reason for being here. Um, so we need a reason to get up out of bed every day, basically. Some people, like God would say, is to have fun, and He's absolutely correct. But there needs to be a purpose to it at the same time, doesn't there? And He might argue, well, the purpose of it is fun, full stop, and that's what He would say. But yeah, don't be an arrogant wanker. We all have challenges. That's what I'm hearing from the collective. And I'm no stranger to that. I have my own as well. Um, but yeah, it's a very roller coaster sort of life. But I think I've said all I really need to say. I just don't want bad for gay people, and it's sad because God dismisses a lot of that stuff. Um, God says He doesn't dismiss a lot of that stuff. He just wants you to be for Muhammad, fat hand in the future, baby faggy. And that's the thing. I'm always going to be a baby faggy. So um, that's what I don't really appreciate from them or from others. Perhaps from Muhammad, I don't know. But if he's calling people that, I'm always going to be that person. So I don't really want to have to change because I actually like I like all those aspects about me that are like that. So I don't want any other gay person to have to get hurt by any of that stuff because you should just be allowed to be yourself. And if you're not liked for that, well, I think stuff them, to tell you the truth. But and that's why I don't want my life to be difficult. But who knows? I don't know what's in store for the future. I'm just giving you an honest portrayal of what I think at the moment because I feel like that will help people's mentality transition the most instead of holding back and not telling you. So that's just my thoughts at this point in time.